This is a great day, folks, because I can share exclusively for you for the very first time one leaked image of a world's first camera nobody has ever done before. This will be the world's first fixed lens medium format camera, digital medium format camera, and it will be announced by Fujifilm on March the 20th, and the name is GFX100 RF. And today I can share the first image, and it includes also some of the world's first things this camera will have. So Fujifilm did throw in some new features that you wouldn't expect. So this is quite exciting and a quite exciting model. And yeah, folks, I'm super excited. But before that, I have to remind you to kindly take 2 seconds time to like this video to help in the YouTube algorithm. This is a small channel. It would mean a lot if you would help me out to make me more visible compared to the bigger ones that will copy my rumor right after I posted it on this channel. I remember that I'm the first to share this image, and at the same time it's going to be posted on fujirumors.com, so check out the website for additional details there. And before we dig into the details of the camera, also subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button to not miss any of the upcoming exciting rumors. On March 20, Fujifilm will attempt something that nobody has dared to do before, so we have to be happy that we are getting something completely new. Even if you don't care about this will be the GFX100 RF, a medium format camera with fixed lens. And I will now share image and specs and tell you why this makes sense, why this camera makes sense. And I also want to hear from you in the comment system what you think about this camera after I shared all the info I can share as of now. There will be probably more info and more leaks in the upcoming days. And the first thing you want to see, of course, is the image. You can see it here. You see a piece of the top and the back of the camera. I can't share yet images of the other parts of the camera, but this image already shows a couple of things that are very interesting. This is the world's first camera with an aspect ratio dial. You can see it here. There you select different aspect ratios on the fly without you having to go through the menu. Of course, I want to hear from you if you think this makes sense. I find it intriguing that they are trying out new features. Some dials that they introduced, for example, last year, like the Fujifilm simulation dial, was also an attempt to do something new, and it actually worked out. With the aspect ratio dial, let me know if you think this is something very useful for you to have as a physical button instead of going through the menu. But this is not the only world's first thing of this camera, because on the front of the camera that you cannot see right now in this image, there will be a crop lever that lets you instantly crop into the image. This lever is on the front of the camera. You cannot see it on the image, but it's on the front. You have to believe me that it's there, and by moving it you can crop in and out from the image, and this could be very helpful in certain conditions. I can see this why this makes sense. I find it amazing that they are really going to try new things on this camera. On the image you can see some more things like the big fat command dial, the combined ISO shutter dial, and of course the button layout on the back. And this is a more classic Fujifilm design, so there are no big surprises there. The price of the camera is around $5,000, and consider that Leica Q3 is priced well above $6,000, so for much less you're getting medium format quality in a compact factor. And here comes also the exciting thing I can tell you today, because the camera, the Fujifilm GFX100 RF, will be slimmer, so less thick considering the lens and the camera than the Leica Q3. As you know, the Leica Q3 is quite compact as a camera, but the lens is quite big. The lens of the Fujifilm GFX100 RF is way more compact. That's all I can say as of today, but stay tuned and subscribe to the channel if you want to be the first to see the image also of the camera with the lens, okay? Because that's the exciting factor. So it's more compact than the Leica Q3. It's taller than the Leica Q3. The camera will be more compact in terms of the thickness, but still taller than the Leica Q3. The lens that Fujifilm will use is a 35mm 4.0, which in full frame terms is around 27mm 3.1, 3.2. So this is not the fastest lens, but Fujifilm decided to go for this lens so that the size will still be near pancake, and this will be a camera that you can nearly, I think I still have to use it in real and have it in my hands, have it in a pocket, I guess, but I'm not sure, we have to see. But it's so thin that actually from the thickness it would fit, but the camera is taller than the Leica Q3, so we have to see. But that's more or less what I can tell you right now. Hopefully in the next days I can show you some real images and I make some real image comparisons. Maybe you would have preferred to get a faster lens or different focal length. I don't know. Let me know in the comment system if this is a limitation for you or if you're okay with the fact that they're going for a not so fast lens but that is still compact in size. The camera has no IBIS, and I have to explain this. It has no IBIS for two reasons. First of all, to keep the cost down, and also you can make the camera less thick if you don't have IBIS. So it's thinner than other cameras that have IBIS, and Fujifilm decided to go that route. Also in that case, let me know if this is a deal breaker for you or not. Keep in mind that it uses a medium format sensor. You can shoot at high ISO if you need to keep the shutter speed shorter. That was probably a calculation also from Fujifilm, that the drawbacks are manageable because of the larger sensor size. So in certain cases where you usually would have preferred to shoot at low ISO with a longer shutter speed, you crank up the ISO and you get still better image quality than you get on a full-frame compact camera. The camera has an integrated EVF, but it's not a hybrid optical electronic viewfinder, of course. Also in that case, it has to do with cost. The hybrid viewfinder costs more from the X-Pro 3, so they decided to go for the electronic viewfinder, and again, it also helps to keep the size down. This camera will be also the first Fujifilm camera that comes in two colors. There will be a black GFX100 RF and a silver version. It uses the same 102 megapixel sensor of the GFX100, so no surprise here. I don't have yet info if there are some new kind of tweaks in terms of processing and so forth. I guess we can expect the same amazing image quality of all the other 102 megapixel GFX cameras, so no surprise there. Like I told you at the beginning of this video, this camera will be announced on March 20, and if it becomes a hot seller like the Fujifilm X100 then it might be available only in 2026. I don't know. Joking. I don't think it will sell as hot as the X100 that became very iconic through social platforms and is also way more affordable than this camera. But from the images and the specs, what really did strike me were the fact that it's so compact. I was expecting it to be bigger, and being as compact as it is, it makes sense to me that this camera does exist. So that was the first wow factor. And of course it has the same classic Fujifilm look from the GFX and X lineup, so there will be no big surprise there. But I like that they added also those two world's first functions, like the crop lever on the front and the aspect ratio dial. It just gives you something to be excited for when you buy the camera or try out the camera. Maybe those functions really help you to make the camera more flexible than this, because it's a fixed lens camera. I hope that soon I can share some more details, so definitely stay tuned, not only on this channel but also on fujirumors.com. We're working together to get all the possible specs and images on this camera that will be announced on March 20, so be online on fujirumors.com for the live event. Also be online here on YouTube, so maybe we'll do a live stream so we can chat about the announcement live and see if it's something that you will like. But I'm really curious to hear your opinion on the camera based on those facts I shared today, on the one image. I know it's not the whole picture, but we can start to discuss about the possible limitations of the camera or the possible advantages. I have yet no idea how much this camera will be liked or hated. I suspect it will be a big success. I have that feeling that Fujifilm once more will nail it with this camera. There is more to come. There's a lot more to come. That's all I can say. And you know, you can count on me being the first sharing exclusive images of cameras and lenses. And just a reminder, if you have rumors to share, contact me here using the contact box or the email address. You can also contact me through Signal to have a private chat, and you can share everything, not only from Sony, Fujifilm, but also other manufacturers. I collect everything, work with my friends and colleagues to get the most accurate rumors possible so that you can read and hear all the breaking news here on this channel first, and after that all the others will copy me. So that's very important that you like this video. Okay, so like. Okay, that's it folks. I think I see you very soon with new leaks. Very soon. Stay tuned.